Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe. The first lockdown hit us very hard. The 2020 one financial year or 2020 did not start well that way. What's worse, an unknown hit us hard. Didn't know how to react in the first few days. That's the truth. We had grand plans for our brand Eurogrip, and IPL was the platform that we had decided or pinned our hopes on to create an impact. Actually, so much so we had signed up with on major IPL team as a sponsor. All the hard work vanished overnight. The scale was set to zero. What could we do? We paused, gathered our wits, and then went about taking baby steps. I strongly believe that with every downturn, there comes an opportunity. And I believe we were quick to identify a few. Our category was not very high on digitalization. We saw that as an opening. While we'd worked, truth to be told, we had begun our work on that front a few months before the pandemic set in. But what we did was we hastened the process of taking it to fruition in the first few weeks of pandemic. Alongside, we also realized that very soon we realized that the new normal was not life as usual. What we did pre-March last year, we were never going to go back to that, is an early realization. We weren't going to get our salesmen back in the market anytime soon. But we had to do business and we had to do it differently for sure. So that led us to focusing on digitalization very heavily. And first thing was click to order application happened. Now, what did we do? We created an app, put all our, loaded up the entire product portfolio, the price range, the availability, the discounts and special offers that we had for the retailers were all there in that application. And we called up retailers, tutored them, loaded it onto their handle during that period. And that gave the retailers liberty to place orders at their convenience, either from home or from the comfort of their office or shop. Now, what happened was they didn't have to wait for the salesman to come, check availability, and then place an order, not sure about whether it's going to come, not come, what is the price, and so on and so forth. They just placed the order. They knew what is the value, what is the offer that they got. And instantly, our distributors got the order. And at the click of the button, they could service the order. What was left was only dispatch, which also happened subsequently. What did we do? Contactless interaction happened there instantly. This also gave us time to introspect on the brand front. We went back into research mode. We understood the changing customer needs or preferences and the expectations that they carry from the brands in our category. That led us to developing a revised brand communication. There's also time to look at the product portfolio, identify opportunity areas or gaps. Product teams and the R&D team worked together. We created 11 new products during that period and launched it in Q3 and Q4. All of these really saw us do better than the previous year. Now, this probably wouldn't have happened if we did not have the time to pause, regroup, and start work with the plan afresh. Now, all of this done, lockdown is done. With cautious optimism, market opens up, and we suddenly see that life is not as it was. The shared mobility, which was very common in India, buses, trains, were not running as it was. Also, people were using that with trepidation or looking at it with trepidation. That meant that they have to pull out the two-wheeler, service it, change tires or batteries and so on, and take it to their workplace or for other chores. That really gave us the second boom in terms of sale. The replacement market really did well for us there. So in a sense, we used the time to plan well, and the results are there for us to see. That's on the how we use the 2020. The category that we are in is so huge and dynamic. That itself presents limitless opportunities. While I did mention what we had done in the domestic market over the last few quarters, to be a global major, we need to have an impactful presence in developed markets too, Europe and US. Yeah, it's true. We are present in about 80 plus countries with our two-wheeler and OHT products. And the OHT products are there in US and Europe, but not the two-wheeler products. We successfully made our entry into European markets last week, and with our two-wheelers, that announcement happened. You may have seen it in the press. One opportunity is that. Second is electric vehicles are a big opening for all of us. We're planning in a very big way to meet the demand, and that is going to happen in the next couple of years. I believe it's going to be sooner than later. We are working on it. Our first launch of eConta has been received very well by customers. We're lining up a few more in that area. Racing is an area that you will see us in action going forward. We nurture fond hopes of being a racing major. We strongly believe that brand has to be built on the back of cutting edge technology. The last 1 year, we have filed multiple patents. A few have already been published. Some are in the pre-publication stage, and a few are in the in the provisional stage. Yeah, it may take a little bit of time to be reviewed and considered, but this is just the beginning. More patents are likely to come through. In the meanwhile, we at TSL are using this time to sharpen the saw, sweat more in planning so that we bleed less in the war. This is the mantra and the abiding principle with which we are working. Thank you so much. Stay safe, wear your mask, maintain 6 feet distance. Thank you.